Welcome to the Connect TV. I am BN Kumar. We are happy to present to you a peek view into the making of the American Warrior. It's a movie, action-packed drama, which is yet to be released, but it's being acclaimed worldwide at various film festivals. In fact, it has already been screened at about a dozen film festivals, and is now will be screened at the Goa Film Festival, the 55th edition of the IFFI. We spoke to Mr. Vishy Ayyar, the lead role player in the film, and he's also the story writer. In fact, some say that this story is based on his own personal experiences, being an Indian immigrant in America, the way he struggled his way up. It's a story of redemption, a story of fight back, a story of course, ultimate success. Of course, we will not be able to divulge much details about the film because it is yet to be released and still being screened only at the film festivals. So let's listen into Vishy Ayyar as to what he has to say about the film and the struggle that has gone into the making of the film. Over to the interview. Well, welcome to the show, Mr. Vishy Ayyar. May I call you Vishy? You can call me BN.
Yes.
You can call me BN. Please don't call me sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Vishy, you have been an accomplished Hollywood actor now, and I think the latest is the American Warrior, which is going to be screened at the Goa IFFI. So we'll talk about it later. But to start the chat, tell us something about your life in Chennai, life in India. You were born in 74.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was 1 year before I entered my journalism classes in 1975.
Okay. Pleasure to be on your show, sir. Thank you, BN, for having me. My name is Vishwanath. Full name is Vishwanath Ayyar. I was born and raised in Chennai, and I came to do a PhD in genetics to America.
Okay.
In '96.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I was first initially in Indiana, wanting to be a scientist because everybody in my family went to IIT, and I just wanted to be a little different. Wanted to go to the biology, science route. Then once I was in Indiana, I was had some challenges. I did not have scholarship initially, and I thought a family cousin of mine would co-sign a student loan. But once I got here, for some reason he couldn't. And I've always been independent. I don't take money from my parents. So I got stuck in Indiana, really didn't know what to do. Then I started praying very hard.
But you went to Indiana by the legal route only, no? You didn't do
yes.
not the banking route.
Yeah, I was the F1 on an F1 student visa. I came as a grad student.
Okay.
Like most Indians get here. And then I sort of had like a spiritual experience. I follow a guru called Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda.
Okay.
He wrote this book called Autobiography of a Yogi.
Yes.
So I moved. Then he wrote the book here in San Diego. I'm actually living right next to the ashram here
I see.
In San Diego. That's the book which is now very famous. Steve Jobs. It changed Steve Jobs' life. Now Virat Kohli and Rajnikant, all the big personalities of East and the West read that book, and so did I. And that's sort of starting, and I had like an experience, and I said, okay, I always grew up doing theater and drama.
Okay. No, but Vishy, you said you did a graduation in genetics.
No, that was the intention. My bachelor's is in biology and chemistry.
Okay.
And I came to do a PhD, but once I had this challenge and I didn't have money, I quit Indiana and moved to San Diego. Okay. And that's when I realized that I wanted to be an actor. This was back in 96, 97. And I wanted to be one of the first Indian lead actors in Hollywood.
Okay.
It's never happened. It's and particularly mainly in action. Nobody, I started, even at that time, I would start writing stories. But the easiest way to come into America and stay is to go get a master's in computer science and get a job as a software engineer. And that's exactly what I did.
So, but did
you I went and got a master's in computer science.
Did you get into any formal training for acting?
No, I grew up doing a lot of plays. at the time. But then once I started becoming serious in the US, I went to acting school here as well.
Okay. And what was your first stage show?
My first shoot, I did bunch of small student films. Small student films, commercials. Then I did Bold and the Beautiful. I don't know whether you heard of the show.
Yeah.
I did 2 episodes of the Bold and the Beautiful. Then I did, small movies. But my goal was to be, like I said, one of the first lead men in Hollywood.
And when did you achieve that goal?
This is the first time.
Okay.
It's taken me, I wrote the story 10 years ago because I built, once I worked as software engineer for 3 years, then I got into real estate as an entrepreneur. This is back in 2004 when I quit my job, knowing that I was going to be an actor, but I didn't want to be a struggling actor. Is it okay if I use some Hindi in the middle or?
Yeah, tell us something about this American Warrior. How easy or difficult was it for you to get the role, or was it just a walk-in kind of an interview, walk-in kind of a skill test?
No, see, the thing is, what happened? American Warrior, I wrote the story.
All right.
It's very similar to Sylvester Stallone in Rocky. Sylvester Stallone wrote it, and he stars in it.
Okay.
Right? You know that. So the same way I wrote American Warrior, I wrote the story for myself.
Okay.
And to launch myself as a lead. But
the theme, the entire structure, the frame of the storyline is some say that it reflects your own personal life.
Yes, because
the struggle part of it probably.
Yes, it's very loosely based on my own personal story because I built a $50 million business in real estate from 2004 to 2008. Okay. Then I lost it and had to file bankruptcy in 2008. The real estate crash came.
Lehman crisis or before that?
Yeah, exactly. The real estate crisis of 2008. It took the world out.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me. And from that time, I felt like, when you lose money, you feel like you're being in a ring and just getting punched. And I felt like being like Arjuna in the Gita. I didn't want to fight, but I had to fight.
Arjuna was at least on a home ground, but you were in a foreign land.
Exactly. Yes. And Arjuna is a skilled warrior.
Yeah.
And my character, Jay, is not. He doesn't want to fight, but that's where his redemption is. So I took the most brutal sport known to man, legal sport, MMA.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks boxing is hard, but MMA is another level. I took that and wrote the story.
MMA is a mix of martial arts.
Yes.
What all go into that? Except boxing, karate?
Boxing, kickboxing, and jiu-jitsu.
Boxing, kickboxing, and?
Jiu-jitsu, wrestling.
Oh, wrestling, okay.
So you can put...
very much akin to or dangal in Indian wrestling?
Yeah, it's like they call it jiu-jitsu. It's a Japanese style wrestling.
Okay.
It's a very powerful technique to get people down and grappling, and it's like Gusti. It's similar to dangal type.
So you learned the MMA at least basics of it
for a year and a half.
Oh.
Under a real fighter.
Okay. Did you have to do a lot of physical exercises to build your body, stamina, etc.?
Lots. For men after 40, it gets difficult to build muscle. And
yes.
I'm in my late 40s at the time when I started, and I work out very hard. Yeah, and I'm a vegetarian. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't. So I always live a very yogic lifestyle. Okay. But this was another level.
Yeah.
I'm at the gym every morning. I train twice a day. It takes a lot out of you physically.
So you say that yoga helped you in becoming flexible and...
Absolutely. I mean, yoga and dhyana. I practice dhyana twice a day.
Okay.
I'm up at 4:30 in the morning every day. to do dhyana.
And what time you hit the bed?
Around 10:30.
Okay. So about 6 hours of sleep.
6 hours, yeah.
Good enough?
Yes, more than enough.
Or do you catch a siesta or something in the afternoons?
No, rarely. Sometimes I'll do a 20-minute siesta in the afternoon if I get a chance.
Okay.
But after I become a dad, it's busy, pretty busy.
Got married there only in?
Yes, we got married here in 2004, and I'm married to a Haryanavi Jat.
Oh.
I'm Tamil Brahmin. I'm married to a Jat.
Is she vegetarian?
Yes.
That's surprising.
Yes.
And is she also a Dangal lady, being from Haryana?
Yes, she is. Her family a lot. They're all from the village in Haryana, and they're all very Dangal people, farmers, and.
How difficult is it for a Madrasi Ayyar to handle a Dangal lady?
Because they look at my size and they know this is no ordinary Ayyar. This is a big guy.
Actually, I should ask her how easy or difficult for her to handle a. Great. Okay. On a serious note, okay, how difficult is the role now? Let's get back. You wrote the story. You know the entire thing. You have to live the story. Number one, how difficult was it for you to sell it for a movie? Let's start with that.
It was. Every step is a struggle. Every step is a big challenge. I wrote the story 10 years ago.
Oh my God.
Then it has been a 10-year journey. 2013 is when I wrote the story.
Okay.
And the story came in a dream to me at 2 o'clock in the morning. मैंने जल्दी उठ के वो I भागा कंप्यूटर के पास लैपटॉप लिंक निकाल के मैंने टाइप कर दिया स्टोरी कहानी.
Okay.
पूरी.
So what was first thought? Let's get to the basics.
Yeah, the first thought was a story of a man who loses everything. When you lose everything, how do you get back up?
Okay.
The the rug is pulled from under your feet. America में एक expression है यहाँ पे.
Yes.
So if the rug is pulled from under your feet, who are you? What can you do? How do you bounce back?
Yeah.
So this movie is about that.
Okay.
It's about a redemption. It's about somebody who's made a big mistake in life.
Okay.
And he's lost everything, his family, everything, his identity. How does he come back up?
Okay.
That journey, that is the thought, that is the arc of this movie.
Okay. In 2 minutes, just give a synopsis of the story. How does it happen? I mean,
so the story is a guy who lost everything, and he commits in the movie. It's fictionalized. He goes to jail.
I wanted to know about that. I read about this. The character Jay Kumar is supposed to be convict. How does that happen?
Yeah, so he commits mortgage fraud, loan fraud.
Okay.
And they put him in jail. In the movie. And since he's in jail and he comes back out in his 40s.
Okay.
And he works as यहाँ पे janitor बोलते हैं. Gym में janitor. You clean the floors.
Coach.
That's the only job he could get. And one night he goes to there's something like a convenience store, a grocery store, and he stops a robbery.
Okay.
Because when he's growing up in high school, he was a fighter. He was a budding fighter. He was a Dangal man as a kid, as a child. And then that video goes viral. Somebody takes a video of how he brings somebody down.
Okay.
And that viral video and the gym he's working on, they have a tournament, an MMA tournament.
Okay.
And they said, "Oh my God, we didn't know that you were an MMA fighter. We thought you were just an ex-convict." And he's a humble guy. He's quiet. He's humble. He's not a hero. And so how he rediscovers his own passion. That I set out to become a big fighter, but my parents put me in business.
Yeah.
जैसे होता है Indian families में, no, ye karo, right? Don't go fighting. business karo, padai karo. It reflects how an Indian family
Yeah,
puts you in another track,
correct.
and how he comes back and discovers and reconnects with his family. That's the story.
Okay. And outside the story, or within the story also, how difficult was it for the convict to get a job? Because convict is a convict. He's branded.
Yes.
Kebab
So
chore kind of a thing.
in America there are systems for that.
Mhm.
So there are places where a convict can go get a job, like a gym. It won't be in a high end spot, but there are places where a convict can go register themselves and get a job. That's
And paid
possible
okay.
in the US.
Paid okay, survival money,
Yeah. It'll be paid.
decent
And
money.
particularly if it's a white collar crime. This guy is not a murderer, or
Yeah, yeah.
it's a white collar crime.
Yeah. But are they a kg of that what call the criminal, so to say, getting into job? Because there also you may be handling money, or it may be they may suspect you as a potential cheat.
Yes. Yeah. So what happens once you have done your sentence, it's assumed that jo bhi prayashchit hai na, you have already done your paid your dues. They will not judge you again for it.
Okay, so they don't keep on looking at you as a criminal for the lifetime.
No. Yeah.
That's a damn good system. That's a damn good system.
Yeah.
Actually that helps people to reform. Otherwise,
Yes. Exactly.
because once a
Yeah. Yeah.
criminal is branded and he comes out of
Yeah.
the jail and
Yeah.
he says, anyway, I have gone to jail once, ki farak penda. I'll go to
Yeah.
jail again.
My own tenant, I own properties. I make my money through real estate. My own tenant he was in prison for 15 years.
Oh my God. For?
Yeah, and I was in Chicago with him a couple of months ago, and I didn't know that he was in prison 15 years. And he told me,
Oh,
put me for 15 years. Now he's a reformed. He's helping so many people. He's a businessman. He's very successful.
oh, amazing.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe one day you can collect these kind of stories and do, if not a movie, maybe a series on OTT.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Criminal is not a criminal.
Exactly. Somebody makes a mistake, you need to give them another chance.
Yeah, true.
America's pretty good like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the movie. So, okay. So you get into MMA in a movie, then you shine through. How does it? Yeah.
So in the movie, all he does is he's rediscovering. Bachpan mein jo kar raha tha. It's awakening inside him. So then he starts training, and it's not so easy. There's so many challenges. Then he goes and finds his ex-coach who used to coach him when he was a kid.
Okay.
And that coach is no longer a coach. He's a professor.
Yeah.
And that's Danny Trejo. And you might know about Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo is one of Hollywood's biggest actors.
I heard about it. Yeah.
And Danny plays my coach in the movie. Yeah.
Night and day.
Yes.
He's a
Night and day is Taylor. Taylor is night and day.
Yeah.
Danny is Machete, Spy Kids, Desperado, Heat.
Okay.
Yes, he's a scary Mexican man, strong and.
All right. Okay, the coach,
Yeah.
not the mentor. Taylor is the mentor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taylor is the girlfriend who works in the gym. She
Okay.
works in reception as a receptionist in the same gym.
All right.
And who falls in love with Jay's character.
So to say that, so Johnny forgives you for all your what you have done, and then he gives you the job.
Yes.
When does this mentoring come in? How does it come in? You work Jay Kumar working in the gym. Does he fall in love with the colleague there, or how does it happen?
Yeah. So as he's the once he becomes his video goes viral of him stopping a robbery in the store.
Yeah.
Within his own gym, he becomes a celebrity.
Yes.
Then everybody starts approaching him because he was just a humble cleaner. India mein cleaner bolte hain, yahan pe janitor bolte hain.
Yeah.
So he's a humble janitor, and then everybody is taking pictures with him, and he starts becoming a celebrity, and they want him to compete in the tournament. And that's when he meets this girl. He starts liking her because she's very compassionate to him, and she's beautiful, and he's not been with a girl in years. And so since he's been in jail, So they develop a friendship, and she becomes very supportive. And her character is very strong in the movie,
Yeah.
and she's the one who inspires them
And
and
this
to go
robbery,
back into training.
this robbery that happened in the convenience stores. So does Jay Kumar go there as a visitor or was he working there? How does
Yeah, he goes every day to that store
to buy
to go
something?
get some drinks.
Mm-hmm.
He finishes work. He goes there every evening to on the way back to get his food or some alcohol. Then he goes and spends time watching TV, drinking alcohol, and making food.
Okay. So and how does he stop this robber, the thief?
Yeah, so the robber is, takes the cash and runs, and he
Okay.
goes and gets him in a wrestling move and chokes him and puts
Okay.
him down.
And does he resist the robber?
Yeah, of course. And that guy is a fighter.
Huh.
And guess what? That's the fighter he fights later.
Oh. Oh. Life full circle.
Yes, full circle. Yes, yes.
So this fighter, the robber of yours, when he races, does he give you good fight?
Yeah, but when somebody's robbing, they're already very nervous.
Yeah,
So they're trying to get away. Their mind is not in a fight mode. They're in the flight mode. They want to run.
Yeah.
So he gets him from the back. Jay gets him from the back and nails him down
Okay.
in a jiu-jitsu move, and he can't escape.
So
And he resists.
kind of chokes him,
Chokes him, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And does he go to jail?
No. So he goes to jail, and we don't address that in the movie. He's just probably given a warning, an attempted robbery, and we don't know what happens. But the point is, he comes back, and he's the guy whom Jay fights in the final fight.
Where does Jay meet him?
No, Jay didn't meet him. This is the convenience store is where he sees him for the first time as a robber.
After that.
After that, he finds out that he still doesn't know whom he's going to be fighting. They're putting all the matches, right?
Yeah.
Oh, his person fights this person fights this person. Then once, when he's standing in the gym, Marcus comes in, and he's surprised to see Marcus. And they all say, no, Marcus, this is the one he's the owner of the gym, played by Veronica Falcone. She tells him, you're going to be fighting this guy.
Okay.
And Jay gets very upset. He should be in jail. I did not sign up to fight another robber.
Yeah.
And then she says, you were also a robber once. You can transform, you can change, he can change too.
Yeah.
So, and it's good for you, fight him. And you already beat him once, you can beat him again. Okay. That's what she says. But he's 15 years younger, and he's a real fighter.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
would he fight him?
In MMA, there's no age brackets, age barriers, because 15 years.
No, not age bracket, but most players don't go past 30, 32.
Okay.
By the time you're 32, 33, already.
Correct.
Because it's too hard on the body.
Yes.
So and people in the 40s, forget it. It's impossible.
Correct.
It doesn't. Boxing, some people do in their 40s just because it's just the hands.
Yeah.
MMA is too brutal to be doing 35. Even there are some fighters who are 35, but it's rare.
Yeah. Okay. So you win over this guy, or does?
Yes, I think I don't know if I want to really reveal the mystery to you. Yeah.
You fight him. Fine. Let's leave it at that. Yeah.
Yes.
So now, where all this movie was released, I believe it was screened in some festivals. Was it released across the distribution network?
No, not yet. We are going to be. It's going to. We don't know who's going to buy it. Right now, the movie is in negotiations for selling.
All right.
And we don't know whether it's Netflix or Amazon or Hulu who's going to buy it. And so right now, in the last 6 months, we have only been doing festivals.
Okay.
And we have been in 12 festivals in America.
All right. How many?
And this is the first time we.
How many festivals so far?
12. 12 festivals. Bara.
Sorry, how many festivals I asked?
12. Bara.
12.
Yes.
Bara.
12 in America.
Okay.
And then now we got into IFFI. So it's just been only festival audience. And it's been great getting feedback from everybody. People are loving the movie.
Yeah. How was the feedback?
We did a what we call festival premiere in New Mexico, in Santa Fe. I don't know whether you heard of Santa Fe Film Festival. Yes. Very reputed festival. and I got a 5-minute standing ovation.
Oh, lovely.
I was just crying because it's been.
Do you have a clip of that? If you can share it, I will show it to my audience probably.
I don't know if we have a clip because I don't know if somebody took it, but there are pictures, lots of pictures and
pictures. Yeah, maybe pictures.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, we can.
Some media reports. Somebody.
Yeah. I can send those. Yeah.
Share with him.
Oh yeah.
And
definitely. Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 promo clips from the movie, if you can.
Actually, there is a promo clip. Yeah, we can arrange that. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 or 2 minute promo clips you can arrange. That
yes.
We can show. Because I tried to do the Google search, I couldn't find much, because when I type American Warrior, they show all kind of things, the warrior, the people, actually soldier stories.
Yes. Yeah, because we can't put too much yet because the distributors will not like before the movie is released to have so much. Then it loses its newness.
True.
That's why we don't put clips out. Even the trailer is getting officially released only next month for the public.
Okay.
And now we are just doing festival, very niche audience, festival audience.
Yes.
But whatever material we can put together, I can send.
Yeah, maybe stills, 1 or 2 clips, whatever.
Oh yeah, plenty. Yeah.
And tell me about this mentor of yours. What does she exactly do? And why does Jay require a mentor?
Yeah, I mean the mentor is Danny. It's the coach.
Yeah.
Because he trained with Danny when he was a child, when he was an up-and-coming fighter in high school and college. Danny coached him, and he was his father figure. Then they go separate ways. Jay goes to jail, does his life. Then he rediscovers does a Google search on Danny, where Danny is. Danny's character Dennis, and he finds him to be a professor. And now Jay is a janitor, and he doesn't have any money and nobody to train him.
Yeah.
So he goes back to his old professor, mentor, to go, and because he doesn't have money, to ask for a favor. Will you train me for free? Because I have no money.
Okay.
And that's when he comes back and starts training.
Something about Taylor's role.
So Taylor plays Melissa, and she is the office manager of the gym. And then she's got an eye for Jay, she likes him, but she tries to connect with him initially, but Jay is very closed. He's very depressed about his life, so he has no time. He doesn't look at anybody. But once this convenience store robbery comes, Jay starts opening up.
Yeah.
He's starting to feel his life. Oh, maybe I mean something. Maybe I can do something good.
Right. All right.
And that's when the connection happens, and then they go out on a date, and they start connecting, and they build a romantic relationship. And she is also a single mother. She has a child with an ex-husband. She's going through a divorce. And so he supports her that way, companionship, and she inspires him to fight. She says, it's okay, because Jay in his mind thinks it's too late to fight. He's in his 40s. He's 45 in the movie. Who fights at 45 in an MMA? It doesn't happen. But she says, no, you can do it. I believe in you. So she's that voice.
Okay. And see, as you hear all the characters, most of the names are, non-Indian names or American names, except for Jay Kumar. How does that fit in? Because Jay is a foreign name in the whole gamut.
Yes. The thing is this, right? Indians are the wealthiest ethnic minority in America.
Yes.
And we have around 3% of the population are Indians.
True.
So we are part of the society. Like, for example, I am more American than Indian because I've spent most of my life here. जब मैं 20 साल का था, I left India. And now, I've been in America 28 years.
Yeah.
So I identify myself. I look Indian. My name is Vishwanath, but I'm very American. So this movie reflects real America. America is a mixture of multiple races and multiple ethnicities.
So, but how does Jay's character start off in a movie? Because you see, Vishy is a Tamil Nadu, India educated guy who goes to USA. how does it happen with Jay? What does it happen? How does it happen with Vishy?
Yeah, so Jay is also
Sorry, Jay.
from, yeah, for Jay went to high school here and college here.
Okay.
And his parents are big entrepreneurs. And he comes from a very rich family, which is very normal in the US.
Yes.
Most Indians are very wealthy.
Yes.
And so he comes from a very, very wealthy family. He went to school here, he went to college here. And just like my real life, you know, his parents also came over from India and they live here now. And the interaction between, like, for example, Taylor or Danny or Veronica, these are regular American characters. But then his family, they're all Indians.
Okay.
He's got a brother, and he's got, you know, Omi from Chatur from
Yeah.
Three Idiots.
Yeah.
Plays my cousin.
What is his role?
He's my cousin.
Okay, in the movie.
In the movie,
okay.
and he's sort of a villain. He's a sort of, and you got to watch it to understand.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there is Ranjita Chakravarti, who's the grandmother in Never Have I Ever. It's a big hit show in America. I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Never Have I Ever?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So she plays the grandma, Patti, in that. And she plays my mom in this movie.
Great.
And then you have Suleika Matthew. She plays my sister. She's a big actress, been on a bunch of shows. She's actually Malayali, but again, she's Canadian. You know, everybody's an immigrant into the US. They've lived here 30, 40, 50 years.
You said it was a 10-year struggle to, you know, get to this stage with American Warrior story. How many attempts you made? Where all you tried to sell? How many? How difficult was it to sell the story?
It was impossible. You know, it was first 3-4 years I was just alone, and people loved the story, but they didn't want to put me as the lead.
Yeah.
They would say, I know we need to have a regular white guy as a lead.
Yes.
It's a, you know, it's a standard
I wanted
story.
to ask that question. I didn't want to sound, you know,
right.
Communal.
Yes, I understand what you mean, but it happens here because they're still not, you know, ready for Indians to be lead in a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
But then I got very lucky. You know, like I said, you know, I'm very deep into dhyana, and I believe in God a lot. I have a very deep spiritual practice, and I knew that, you know, I will get somebody who will help me. So I met Naveen in 2016.
Okay.
And he's the reason the project is where it's at. You know, Naveen is a producer, and he's Indian, but he's from Chicago. He is responsible for launching Chris Hemsworth, the guy who plays Thor in the Marvel, the blonde guy.
Yeah.
Naveen launched him, and he launched me. He believed in me. He said, "This story is very good. I love this." So from 2016, Naveen and I came together, started, and he brought his own writer to write the screenplay with my story.
Yes.
And then Christy, my manager, who reps me as a talent, she came in and she started putting money into it. So it's just been one hell of a struggle. And then Rashana, another team came. So eventually we got enough money to make the movie.
When was it completed?
We filmed last year.
Last year.
Yes.
COVID years must have affected 2019-20.
Yeah, no. We were after 2023. We filmed in 2023.
Okay.
And then the post production took 8 months, 8-9 months.
No, because you said 2016 you started writing the screenplay.
Yes, 2016 is when I met Naveen. I wrote in 2013. Then I met Naveen in 2016, and we were done with the script by 2019, 2020, 3-4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then from 2020 to 2022, and we were looking for financing. That's why it took 2 years to get financing.
Okay.
Then 2023 we filmed in April to June.
Okay. So we all look forward to you know, seeing it in Goa. I don't know whether I'll be able to go to IFFI Goa, but whenever the movie comes for public screening, I'll definitely I would like to watch it.
Oh, it'd be a pleasure for you. I'd love for you to watch it and get your feedback.
Maybe
we can watch it together.
At least only to watch your movie, I'll try to make it to Goa. If not for I'll try to. And what was the cost of production? Total, how much money must have sunk in?
It's a few million dollars. We had to pull a lot of favors. You know, we know people. There was one person, one Indian gentleman who gave his entire mansion for free for a week to film.
Okay.
So we had pulled favors, but it still cost a few $1 million to make it.
It does cost.
Yeah.
Because it's not cheap. It's not cheap.
yes.
And Vishy, what next?
Oh, next, I'm in talks to do 1 or 2 more projects. Next could be a romance about an American girl falling in love with an Indian prince.
Okay.
And I play an Indian prince.
Again, Hollywood production?
Yeah. I'm only doing Hollywood.
You're not looking at Bollywood and Tollywood.
I've been getting some offers in India as well, but it's because I speak Hindi fluently and I speak Tamil.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm open to projects. Anything. I'm an actor, and jahan pe bhi kaam milta, wahan jaunga.
And how do you say it in Tamil?
Enga vela kadikiradho anga poran.
Appudiya. Great. So nice talking to you, Vishy. Thanks a lot for sparing time, and we'll try and catch up when you come to India and post Goa. Let's catch up on the reactions from the audience day and the critics as well.
Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Loved your questions, and it's an honor to meet you and be on your show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaskar and stay safe.